And the top headlines on the biggest story tonight: Maoist terrorists are shaheed, says Congress spokesperson. There's anger over the reference to Maoist terrorists as martyrs by Congress's Supriya Shrinit. Aam Aadmi Party CM likes AAM, and the mango diet for Kejriwal, the ED says, is to increase his sugar levels and get bail. Raj Kundra in more trouble. So is Shilpa Shetty. ED attaches properties in a money laundering case. Another targeted attack in Jammu and Kashmir as a labourer from Bihar is shot dead in Anantnag. BJP versus Congress face-off over DK Shivakumar's quid pro quo. He calls it a business deal while offering sops to voters in Bengaluru. Three youth targeted in Bengaluru for allegedly chanting Jai Shri Ram on Ram Navami. The video goes viral. There's a BJP versus Congress fight just ahead of the election. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a very, very disturbing trend of targeting migrant laborers in Kashmir. It was on the decrease for the last few months, but an attack just before the elections in Kashmir has sent alarm bells ringing. This time, a laborer from Bihar, his name is Raju Shah, was shot dead in Anantnag.
Back-to-back terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. Latest include the shooting of a migrant worker in South Kashmir's Anantnag.
Targeted killing in Anantnag, South Kashmir, and this time terrorists targeted Raja Shah of Bihar, and this is the exact spot where he was left in a pool of blood. He was targeted by the terrorists, fired at from a close range. He received the 2 bullet injuries. In fact, I am being told by the owner of the property where Raja Shah was putting up for the last 3 years. He has been living in South Kashmir. This is the very cart that on which he used to sell these snacks, and then this is the place where he was living with his family.
The migrant labor was identified as Raju Shah from Bihar.
इस वक्त आऊँगा 8 बजे मैं काब से आऊँगा गाड़ी से। और क्या, फिर उसने मुझे फ़ोन किया उसकी आवरत में, वो चाचा राजू को गोली मार दी गई, वो अस्पताल में थी। फिर मैं कहाँ यहाँ आता, फिर मुझे आदमी वाले ने, पुलिस वाले ने बहुत से पूछा, तो मैं उसको कहा हाँ मेरे पास रहता था, मैं उसको खास लड़की वो लड़का जानता था।
Attacks happening are believed to be aimed at instilling fear among the public just before the Lok Sabha elections. This incident follows another attack in Harpora last week, targeting a resident of Dehradun. Although such attacks have been less frequent this year due to increased anti-militancy measures, this killing coincides with heightened election campaigning in Anantnag. Political parties have strongly denounced the attack, with PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti describing it as a senseless act of violence. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A video from Bengaluru. The story was broken last evening by Republic Kannada, and this video came in where 2 youth sitting inside a car are confronted by 2 youth on their vehicles in what soon blew out of proportion and took a communal turn. It was over the chanting of Jai Shri Ram on Ram Navami. Take a look at this as it becomes an election issue in Karnataka today. a fight between the BJP and the Congress party.
Three youngsters were allegedly assaulted for chanting Jai Shri Ram while traveling in a car. The dispute arose when bikers stopped their car, allegedly abused them, and demanded they stop chanting the slogans.
Hey, Guru.
Jai Shri Ram no.
ಯಾಕೆ
Jai Shri Ram. Only Allah.
ಏನಕ್ಕೆ
Akbar.
ಏನಕ್ಕೆ
ಏನಕ್ಕೆ?
ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಬ್ಬ ನಾವೇನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಬ್ಬಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಬ್ಬಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ನಾವು ಹಬ್ಬಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ
The argument escalated into a physical altercation, resulting in the occupants of the car being attacked. The Vidyaranyapura police have registered a case under IPC section 295A based on an FIR, which stated that one of the attackers tried to snatch a flag held by one of the victims. During the investigation, it was revealed that Farman and Sameer were on the bike, and Farman was the one who questioned and insisted on raising the Allahu Akbar slogan. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, Congress has this disease called foot in the mouth. I mean, most parties have it, but Congress has it more in this season, in this election summer. And a Congress party leader or spokesperson, her name is Supriya Shrinet, in Rahul Gandhi's so-called core team, when asked about the Maoist encounter in which 29 Maoist terrorists were neutralized, she refers to the Maoists as Shaheed or martyrs. Listen in.
A day after security forces neutralized 29 Maoists in the Bastar region of Chhattisgarh, a war of words has erupted, with Congress spokesperson Supriya Shrinet labelling those killed as Shaheed and also calling for an investigation into this matter.
नहीं, मैं इस पे कोई राजनीति नहीं करना चाहती हूँ। मुझे लगता है इसकी बिल्कुल गहन जांच होनी चाहिए और उन सब लोग जो शहीद हुए, हमारे सुरक्षाकर्मी भी कुछ घायल हुए, उन सबको हमारी संवेदनाएं हैं और इसमें कोई राजनीति का सवाल ही नहीं है।
Now listen in to how Amit Shah, the Home Minister, ripped about the Congress party for insulting our forces.
मोदी जी जब से प्रधानमंत्री बने नक्सलवाद पर हमने कठोर प्रहार किया है और अब नक्सलवाद पूरे देश भर में अपनी अंतिम सांसें गिन रहा है। ये बहुत बड़ी सफलता है सुरक्षा बलों की और नक्सलवाद के खिलाफ हमारी लड़ाई अंतिम चरण में आ गई।
This is the biggest anti-Maoist operation in the history of India in terms of the number of terrorists neutralized and the sensitive location of the operation.
Naxals recruit at the age of 9.
Right.
So these innocent small children, both girls and boys, are being led into an armed resistance, saying that they are going to capture power in Delhi by 2050. This kind of, very, what do you call, reprehensible ideologies, and utopian ideologies are being thrust on these young people, and they are being led into violence.
According to officials, top Maoist commander Shankar Rao, who had a bounty of over 25 lakh rupees, was also killed. Despite the successful operation, which has restored peace and security to a troubled region, the Congress has made it a habit of questioning the bravery of our forces. Has this remark by the Congress exposed its real face and ideology? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, there was another incident on Ram Navami, and this story coming in from Bengal. Last evening, Shuvendu Adhikari of the BJP tweeted a video. And before I get you that story, let me go across quickly to Amit Shah. Priyanka speaking to Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, cutting across live.
जीत लेंगे और 400 पार करेंगे।
बीएसएफ की एक बहुत बड़ी जो कामयाबी हुई थी अमित भाई, जो माओवादियों को मार गिराया था, उसके ऊपर ऑपोजिशन पॉलिटिक्स कर रही है, कह रही है वो शहीद लोग थे जिनको मार गया है।
हाँ?
जो माओवादी सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन जो हुआ था, सुप्रिया सुले कह रही है वो शहीद थे।
तुलसीदास जी ने कहा है, जिनका बुरा समय आता है प्रभु पहले उनकी मति हर लेता है। माओवादियों के मरने पर दुख व्यक्त करने वाले लोग सुरक्षा बलों को शाबाशी तो नहीं दे सकते, मगर कम से कम देश का विरोध न करें।
और सर जो सिक्योरिटी की भी एक बात है, अनंतनाग में भी जो अभी एक अटैक हुआ उसके ऊपर क्या कहेंगे? और दूसरा हम देख रहे हैं कि बैंगलोर में भी जय श्री राम चिल्लाने पे उनके ऊपर अटैक किया,
सुना ही नहीं पड़ता है।
जय श्री राम बोलने पे लोगों के ऊपर अटैक किया जा रहा है बैंगलोर में।
देखिए, बंगाल सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है सभी धर्मों को अपने फेथ के अनुसार उत्सव मनाने का सुरक्षा प्रदान करे। उसमें ममता सरकार विफल गई।
सर एक साउथ, सो यू कैन सी अमित शाह इन फैक्ट हियर हु इज कैरिंग आउट हिज रोड शो। सर साउथ में किस तरह से प्रचार देख रहे हैं इस बार? Alright, so you can see Amit Shah, in fact, in his element as a worker who is actually even conversing with the workers here, speaking to the people who have gathered. He's in this road show. And just आखिरी सवाल सर, अमित जी आखिरी सवाल आपसे पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि साउथ में जो प्रचार है, साउथ पुश जो हमें इस बार देखने को मिला, किस तरह से साउथ पुश देखने को मिला?
हम साउथ में अपना सबसे अच्छा प्रदर्शन करें।
Alright, so that was the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who is confident about the BJP winning, and you can see him in his element right now as a worker who is speaking with the workers of the BJP as well in this road show, in this mega road show that he is a part of right now. You can see all around us how the workers have gathered here, all of them in fact with the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and Amit Shah speaking to them as a worker and not just as a minister, reiterating and reminding them that he is a worker who's risen from amongst them as well, and right now campaigning in his home state of Gujarat. With video journalist Vipin Mori, I'm Priyanka Sharma for Republic.
Amit Shah speaking to Republic TV there in that exclusive conversation with my colleague Priyanka. Let's get you some more stories from across the Republic. This one coming in from Bengal, from Gujarat to Bengal now, where Shuvendu Adhikari of the BJP put out a video claiming that there was stone pelting, crude bombs that were hurled at BJP workers and others during a Ram Navami procession. There is a face-off between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee had claimed there could be violence. But even the Trinamool Congress is being questioned, the police is being questioned on how this was allowed to happen. Take a look.
Ram Navami celebration has turned into a political battleground between the BJP and the TMC in West Bengal. Several instances of violence were reported from Murshidabad and Shaktipur. Stones and petrol bombs were hurled at Ram Navami rallies, resulting in clashes between two communities. Speaking exclusively to Republic during his rally in Gandhinagar, Home Minister Amit Shah condemned the attacks that had taken place.
राम नवमी में पूरे देश में उत्साह था, लेकिन भाई मुर्शिदाबाद में शोभा यात्रा पर फिर से टारगेट किया गया।
बहुत दुर्घटनापूर्ण है।
Meanwhile, Bengal opposition leader Shuvendu Adhikari has written to the ECI, urging action against CM Mamta for her provocative speech, which quote-unquote successfully incited miscreants.
আমি সংখ্যালঘু ভাই বোনদের বলবো, যদি দেখেন স্লোগান দিচ্ছে 17 তারিখ ওটা ওদের দাঙ্গা করার দিন। আমি সংখ্যালঘু ভাই বোনদের বলবো, যদি দেখেন স্লোগান দিচ্ছে 17 তারিখ ওটা ওদের দাঙ্গা করার দিন।
The BJP Neta stated that he had also written to Governor C.V. Ananda Bose regarding the attacks and expressing concerns over the law and order situation in the state. The Ram Navami political heat is simmering hours before voting is scheduled to begin, and the BJP alleged that law and order has taken a back seat in the state. And now, Just a day after the violence, CM Mamata has issued yet another statement, alleging that the rioting was a pre-planned event.
এই ছবিটা কার মাথা ফাটিয়ে দিয়েছে কই মিডিয়া কখনো তো এই কথা বলেন না অ্যাটাক করলেন আপনারা মারলেন আপনারা ওসি থেকে শুরু করে একটা কমিউনিটিকে আপনারা আহত করলেন আর পরে ইলেকশন কমিশনে কমপ্লেন করছে বিজেপির এমএলএ কে মেরেছে কিন্তু এই ছেলেটা যে কমপ্লেন করেছে বিজেপির এমএলএ কি অ্যাটাক করেছে তাকে কেন গ্রেফতার করা হবে না
The BJP has expressed concerns over the politically charged atmosphere in Bengal.
लोगों को लगने लगा है कि हमारा गुनाह क्या है पश्चिम बंगाल में। जब इस प्रकार का व्यवहार और मानसिकता होगी तो मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण स्थिति है जो पश्चिम बंगाल में देखने मिल रही है। इससे पहले भी आपने देखा है दुर्गा पूजा विसर्जन पर रोक और एक दूसरे धर्म के प्रोसेशन को जाने देना। तो इस भेदभाव के भाव के साथ यदि बंगाल की सरकार काम कर रही है तो ये अति दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
Ram Navami has taken the political center stage in the crucial battleground state of West Bengal.
गतकाल रामनवमी का त्योहार था और इसमें एक शोभा यात्रा की आयोजन किया था और उस शोभा यात्रा में कुछ आदमी ने बेरहमी से उन शोभा यात्रा को पार्टिसिपेट करने वालों सबके ऊपर हमला कर दिया और तो और कार में भी आग लगा दिया दुकान में भी आग लगा दिया और इसके साथ कई बच्चों भी घायल हुए सबको लेकर गया है मुर्शिदाबाद जो मेडिकल कॉलेज है उसकी तरफ। आज पूरा इलाका में 144 जारी कर दिया है क्योंकि कोई बाहर ना निकले और इस हाल में जो कोई बाहर नहीं निकलता है कोई दुकान पाट नहीं खोला है सबको भूखे मर जाने की उम्मीद रखते हैं।
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, Raj Kundra is not new to trouble. Raj Kundra, in fact, has a history of getting into trouble, and he's in trouble once again. He was already under scanner in a scam where he, along with a few other people, took money from the gullible public, promising them 10% per month returns, promising to invest that money in bitcoins. Now, the kind of money we are talking about is over 6,000 crore rupees. And today, in that case, the Enforcement Directorate has attached properties of Raj Kundra valued at nearly 100 crore rupees. Take a look.
The Enforcement Directorate provisionally attached immovable and movable properties worth over rupees 97 crore belonging to Raj Kundra. This comes under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA) in the Bitcoin investment fraud case. Remember, Raj Kundra is a businessman and actor Shilpa Shetty's husband. The attached properties include a residential flat in Mumbai's upscale Juhu area, which is currently in name of Shilpa Shetty, a residential bungalow situated in Pune, and equity shares in Kundra's name.
Let me just also put this into perspective. As far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, it's only a provisional attachment that has taken place, which includes about immovable properties worth about 98 crore rupees. Importantly, one of the apartment that has been seized by the Enforcement Directorate also includes an apartment which is in the name of Shilpa Shetty.
ED's latest action against Kundra is in connection with a money laundering case which was filed against him based on FIRs registered by Maharashtra Police and Delhi Police against Variable Tech Private Limited and several multi-level marketing agents. The FIRs alleged that the accused had collected huge amounts of funds in the form of bitcoins from people with false promises of a 10% per month return in form of bitcoins. The collected bitcoins were supposed to be utilized for bitcoin mining and investors were supposed to get huge returns in crypto assets. But the promoters cheated the investors and have been concealing the ill-gotten bitcoins in obscure online wallets. ED's investigation in the matter has revealed that Kundra received 285 bitcoins from the mastermind and promoter of Gain Bitcoin Ponzi scam, Amit Bharadwaj, for setting up a Bitcoin mining farm in Ukraine. Bureau Report, Republic TV.